PennsylvaniaBeer.com and Bison Beverage of Lewisburg presents Beer Time.
Beer Time, and I'm your host, Scott Bernstein, and I'm with Chad Evans, producer.
Hello, Scotty Too Hottie.
Hey.
What do we got on the table today?
You know what we have today is we have Buzz Balls available at the Bison Beverage. They are 15% volume.
Wow.
They're 6.5 ounces of pure joy. It's considered, I guess, a malt liquor.
Okay.
And you know what's wrong with this world of Pennsylvania is I can sell these with my malt liquor license, which is a 15, but I can't sell a vodka drink like a High Noon at a 4.2 with my license.
Not yet.
Not yet. You have to buy a whole license. You got to go through a whole thing and a special tax, but it drives me crazy. But
maybe
here you go.
Maybe that will all happen for season 2.
It's coming at you, baby. Oh, right.
All right.
Okay. And this is my lovely guest today is my daughter, Sam.
Hello.
Look at you, Sam.
We're headed to the airport after this,
Yes.
but I'm going to give you a quick resume.
Okay.
You're a 27-year-old woman, single, living in St. Augustine. Well, you have a boyfriend,
Yeah.
but you're still single. And
Government-wise, yes. On government
that?
tax forms, I'm single. Yes.
On the tax
you're a
forms.
second grade school teacher.
Yes.
You went to Flagler College in St. Augustine and stayed down there. So you have 8.5, 9 years of St. Augustine in you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what a great town.
It really is. It's something special. Oldest town, oldest city in the United States, some say.
Well, with Flagler, the interesting thing is it started out as a old world's greatest hotel, most expensive in the 1870s. Henry Flagler built it. And then what he did was he was building the railroad system all the way to the Keys. So he wanted this perfect little oasis almost at the halfway point, which is on the top of Florida.
Yes.
He builds this. And then he turns around, after 3 generations run it into the ground, it becomes a college. And it's on the Historical Society. If you get 1,000 tourists there a day.
Yes.
And your dorm was the main building, and you used to have the tourists bugging you every day going to class.
Yeah. Walking in class, they're doing their little tours, they're taking pictures. They want me to take pictures of them, or they want me to direct them. And I'm like, I'm not a tour guide. I'm going to my education classes.
Is that when you start putting the hat on and glasses?
Yeah.
It's an interesting school, Chad. They had no football team, but they had a surfing team.
They had a surfing team.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, surfing clubs and teams, and
Yes,
it was a big deal.
And Quidditch teams and matches in the field. If
Wow.
you know anything about Harry Potter.
I made a mess again.
What's the life like down there in St. Augustine?
People walk around barefoot to classes, board shorts, yeah. A beach shower is what we call it. I wasn't really much of a surfer, so I didn't live that lifestyle. I really tried my first year coming from Pennsylvania. I was like, oh, I'm going to give this beach thing a try, but it didn't work out. I'm not that girl. But yeah, it's just you go get drinks, you go to Scarlett's in between classes. My boyfriend my boyfriend likes to make fun of me because anytime we go to Scarlett's, I like to reminisce about like going to Scarlett's and doing homework there in between classes.
So you used to go to the bar between classes.
Because
Now, you got to understand it. Her freshman year, her room, I could take a 5-iron out of her room if I could hit it solid, and I could probably hit 20 bars. I mean, think about that a second. That's pretty good. And the bar crawl. Okay, first of all, I got this for Christmas. It's a microbrewery just over the bridge there.
Yep.
And my question to you is, if you were going to go on a bar crawl in St. Augustine, okay, and you had the Mount Rushmore of 4 places to go to, that's 4, where would you go?
Okay.
Would Scarlett's be in there?
Absolutely. Yeah. So
I saw the Penn State-Ohio State game years ago. Jen and I were watching it where Penn State blocked the field goal.
Oh, you were there. You were at Scarlett's.
We were at Scarlett's, and no one was paying attention to the game. And because they were all watching their SEC, their Alabamas and all that kind of stuff.
That's a shame.
And then all of a sudden, their games ended, and Penn State was playing Ohio State, and Penn State was the little engine that could. because they didn't have any real success until that moment.
Yeah.
And then everybody was rooting for Penn State in the bar.
And
it was
haven't
phenomenal.
since.
Everybody hated Ohio State. Even down in Florida, they hate Ohio State.
So, and Scarlett's is one of my top favorites because they have an outside bar. You get to watch the Cowboys out there, and everyone roots against you. One of the bartenders is an Eagles fan, so we have beef. It's fine.
Good.
But yeah, so Scarlett's is up there. Scarlett's is up there, but my number one favorite, this is going to surprise you because I know you want me to say No Name. No Name is in there.
Love No Name.
No Name.
No Name is just
right on the waters.
Yeah, it's outside. You see the fort, and it's so much fun.
Fort and water.
You just watch people walk by. It's kind of a shit show sometimes. It's the best. But my number one is Chadsworth.
What's Chadsworth? I haven't been there. No, I
were there
have.
like once, yeah.
It's near that over by
O.C. White's.
O.C. White's, which is a gorgeous little restaurant. We did that.
Yes. So Chadsworth. Okay,
Chadsworth.
I need to paint the picture because some
it.
people in St. Augustine, they'll be like, "That's so random." Chadsworth. Okay, you walk in. It's dark out. It's a little cold, okay? It might be Night of Lights, which in St. Augustine's where all the lights are happening around Christmas times. Yes. All the tourists are out.
That.
But the tourists don't know about Chadsworth. You walk in, it's right off the street. It's dark. You walk in, it's small. It's a British pub. Okay.
Ooh, I like British pubs.
And there's little twinkly lights on. There might be a little Christmas theme going on. And you get my boyfriend Sean likes to get a Guinness, and then I get just whatever fun.
There.
Yeah, so he does Guinness. I sometimes will do a Guinness, or I'll get a fun little drink that they have. And the soft pretzels are so good.
What makes it good?
Am I allowed to swear on this?
You said shit, fuck. You
I did?
You want.
Okay. They are so fucking good. I don't know why, but it's just Chadsworth soft pretzels hit, and then a little drink. It's dark in there, and it's just never too crowded, and everyone's so nice in there.
We've been there once.
Yeah.
You and I went once.
Yeah.
I love the town. Then you got a beachside and all that. So we got two more. Let's fill it out. Let's fill it out.
Okay, now we're gonna go beachside since you mentioned beachside. So beachside, I like Beachcomber. Yes,
right on the sand, stuck in the dunes.
Beachcomber, right
the
there,
like it.
right on 8th Street.
The cold Coronas, the hot sun. Absolutely.
Yeah. They got peel and eat shrimp. They always have a football game on. It's inside. It's outside. You got it all there. Yeah.
And you got one more.
All right.
Come on, bring it to us.
Oh man.
Bring it to us.
Meehan's.
Oh yeah, good Irish pub, Meehan's. Right on the water.
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
That's how they sell it to you. Yeah.
They say it there. I love Meehan's.
Yeah, and you got Outback, and then if you go to Meehan's Outback, you can get the fish bowl, which it's like a bowl about this big, filled with I don't know what, but it's blue. It tastes good. They put fishes in there. They put 4 straws. You share it.
All right.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, growing up with it's an unusual fammy, Chad.
It is.
Where are you going with this?
Your mother is United Church of Christ, and I'm relaxed super Jew here.
Yeah.
And you grew up with two worlds. And
I don't know
when you were
relaxed.
young, you grew up in a radio family.
Yes.
I remember once.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great. Do you remember Bobby Gale?
Sure. Yeah.
Over 3 decades of being on the same dial,
sure.
106.5. And Bobby Gale was on the air doing his afternoon gig, just like Bobby Gale's been doing for 3.5 decades. And I had to pick Sam up at daycare. Sam was about 4 or 5 years old. Okay. And I pick her up and I had to take care of something upstairs. So I turned to Bobby Gale. Mm-hmm. I go, Bobby, can you keep an eye on Sam for 3 minutes? I just have to go upstairs and take care of something real quick. He goes, oh, absolutely. Bobby Gale, the ultimate gentleman. Oh, yes. Do you like Beatles, young lady? Bobby Gale. And then all of a sudden I'm upstairs, the monitors are on, and I hear Bobby Gale interviewing Sam on the radio with my biggest client. We used to do live reads of the Cinema Center.
Yeah, sure.
And describing a movie you saw, it was Black Stallion.
Yeah.
And I go racing down the stairs. It was like a scene from
Pig Vomit.
Pig Vomit, where you're sitting there staring through the glass.
Yeah.
And it's like, so what happened? And you're describing the whole story of these 2 horses that met and fell in love. And she's 4 or 5 years old. I'm going, oh my God, what is going on here? And I turned my back for 1 second. And I thought you were great. You were a natural. You were a natural
okay.
in the air. It's amazing. You never got the radio bug or anything like that.
yeah.
You got into teaching.
Yeah.
Teaching second grade.
Second grade, yeah.
What's second grade like?
Well, it's better than kindergarten. I'll
Yeah,
tell you that.
yeah.
4 years in kindergarten. They're just like so sweet, and they're like a little independent. So they're not like crawling all over me, like needing me every 5 seconds. They're so chill, and they're
That's
my
cool.
buddies. Yeah.
What methods do you take in the winter months to keep yourself germ-free?
I lean into it.
You
I
le-
lean into the germs.
you just go into
Immune
it.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just lean into it. It just is what it is. I just take it as
Do you still use sawdust to clean up puke?
they do cat litter now.
Oh, good.
Cat litter.
I've had a few
Good.
of those.
Cat litter. Are you
instances.
serious?
Yes, cat litter.
That makes sense.
You got to be shitting me.
I think,
Cat litter?
well, it's a little bit more of an expensive option. Cat litter as
litter?
opposed to sawdust.
So a kid throws up, you break out cat litter?
I don't break out cat litter. I call the janitor and I say, "Hey,
Help me
Portable
out here.
seven.
hey, we
Yeah.
got a
Cat
code.
litter.
We got a code 7.
yeah."
Now, do you have
079er.
anything in the classroom like you like any of the like animals or
I wanted to bring my turtle Clyde into the
goldfish?
classroom,
Clyde.
but yeah, it just never worked out to bring Clyde in. And
Clyde
he's
sounds
just
like a
too
big disease fest.
Well,
Turtles?
he does carry salmonella. All
Well,
like turtles
yeah.
carry salmonella, so
Let's just all eat a
there's
bunch of
risk.
raw eggs then.
Yeah.
Rocky
Yeah.
did it. He was fine.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think of the buzzball? Come on, man. You got to start pounding
you
this
know what?
buzzball here.
It's like a gas station version of a chocolate martini. I'm okay with
it's
it.
like a white Russian, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's delicious.
I mean, I could drink 12 of these, but they're 15%.
Yeah.
Sam, do you get homesick when you're in St. Augustine?
Only a little bit when the leaves start to change in PA, and I'm like, wow, I really love.
Is that
like,
what you
this-
miss most about Lewisburg? And like,
Yeah, just like the seasons changing. I don't miss the snow, but just the fall and just like the crispness of it, and just having family close. Like my boyfriend's family lives in St. Augustine, so it's nice to have them. But yeah,
oh, come on down. I'll say, are there any business conventions in St. Augustine?
I think so.
Good.
There's a lot of just like moving parts of St. Augustine. It's always growing, but it's definitely a lot of education. Yeah, a lot of education.
Well, there's
stuff,
only
as far as I know.
13,000 people live in St.
Yeah.
Augustine. It's not like in your face.
Yeah.
You have Jacksonville, which is 50 minutes
Yeah.
north. You got Daytona Beach, 50 minutes south.
Mm-hmm.
And you're really close. Now, you've gone up to Jacksonville for a lot of events.
Mm-hmm.
You've gone to football games. They used to, it costs like $30 and they would give you a ticket to go see an NFL game. This is how bad Jacksonville Jaguars are doing.
At the time, okay, this was back when I was in college.
Still
They're doing
this
much
way.
better now. I'll give them
no,
credit.
they're not. They're not doing that much better. But they would give you a ticket. It would cost $30 and a bus ride.
Yeah.
And feed you for $30. Mm-hmm. And
To
this is
go
just
to the
6
game.
years ago. Now, here's the weird thing. You went to a game just last year, I think it was.
Yeah,
Or 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
And the bars are in the stadium.
Yeah.
Like in the midway, that
Yeah.
mid area.
Yeah.
And they have full bars where everybody just goes and sits and watches
in the
game.
concourse.
Yes.
Yes.
But the concourse is like all bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a freak show like that. It's
a fun
Philadelphia
time.
has a little bit of that with
little
Citizens
bit.
Bank,
Yeah.
but not full fledged. Let's all sit at the bar.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it? Did you have a view?
I loved it because I went for the Cowboys Jags game, so of course I was like really zoned in, and I was at the Bud Zone, so it's just like a bunch of people standing there drinking overpriced drinks, but it's a good time, and you're just all hanging out, and you see right into
What's
the field.
going on.
Yeah, so it's a really fun time compared to where we had our seats. So it was
Now
awesome.
you've been to Daytona 500 down there.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, and the town
Flagler.
probably that week just gets gobbled up. Mm-hmm. It's hard to move and do stuff, but the time you went down, they give you free tickets. They got the concerts and shit like that.
Yeah.
Didn't you wear like a shirt that got covered with this black shit because you're around the final turn?
Yeah, so
That stuff
Flagler.
flies off and just gets
Yeah.
all
The
over your
smut.
clothing.
Yep.
What's it? The
The
schmutz?
soot.
Schmutz.
The schmutz.
The schmutz. The soot.
The soot.
Yeah.
What is?
The soot.
The soot.
It's called
the
soot.
The soot? What
Sorry,
the
headphone
fuck's
listeners.
Well,
soot?
maybe it's a coal region thing. I don't know. It's dirt. Look, I was painting,
Look at
so I
you.
got soot
Look at
and
you.
smoot in my hands.
Yeah.
He looks a little rough. You were painting over there.
Yeah, we got to
Look
work.
at you.
We have
You're
work to
always
do.
working.
We got to do something.
Yeah.
Stay out of the
Gotta
house.
stay busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one thing that area of Florida isn't
Has
too many
everything.
people. It's not like South Florida where it's kind of ridiculous. You can do direct flights now to from Harrisburg to Jacksonville now, which is convenient. $130 plus whatever your bag costs.
Yeah.
That's bullshit, by the way. They charge every little thing on the bag.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
do you have to pay for your earrings?
Pretty much. You have to pay to use the bathroom, pay to breathe, pay for water. Yeah.
Oh God, where have we got to?
What's happening?
Allegiant, I hope you're listening.
Who?
Allegiant, I hope you're listening. Yeah.
What's that?
Our airline that we're
The
talking
airline.
about.
Well, Elite. Let me tell you something.
And
Allegiant
Spirit and
also.
Frontier.
Jason told us about what happened. They gave him a notice,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden they took the notice back,
Yeah.
and they weren't there. So they load up the plane, and you miss your flight.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. If you give the notice, you give the notice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you shouldn't have to go through that. I'm loving this.
Yeah, this is
I'm loving
delicious.
this. Now, Sam, you've been to a McShack's.
Yes.
What do you think of McShack's?
I think it's great. I think it has such a great outdoor vibe. Drinks so good. The painkillers out of this
Painkillers at
world.
McShack's?
Out of this world. They didn't forget the nutmeg on top.
Well, you know where the painkiller was developed?
In
Joost Van Dyke at the Soggy Dollar in
Totally
the
what I was
British
gonna say.
Virgin Islands. They created it's a bar that you can only swim to. And they only have 300 people that live on this island. They just got power like 15 years ago. And it's a little bar called the Soggy Dollar. They have Ivan's, and they've got some other, they got like 3 or 4 bars, but Soggy Dollar is the crown jewel. And what they do is you pull your boat up, and then when we went there, I put the credit card in my mouth and we swam for it. But the place is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I highly recommend that place. So, hey, it was good having you on. Anything else you want to shoot at us?
I don't know. Did we hit all the talking points?
Yeah, our whole life is talking
Oh
points.
my god, an ever-running bit. Also, by the way, I was just looking at this.
Yes.
Women owned.
Could you
I
imagine
love that.
board?
Out of all the drinks, Buzzballs. Hell yeah.
Oh my
Hell
God,
yeah,
women owned. Now,
Very
when they
nice.
say woman owned, does that mean it has to be 51%? Is there any guy on the board?
Well, I'm assuming that
We don't have
person.
like, Budweiser doesn't go men owned.
because most of the beer companies are men owned.
Well, the Yingling, is that woman owned?
Look, I don't have the answers to your question.
That would be.
I
that
don't
would
have
be-
these kind of answers.
Wouldn't that be the way to go? If isn't it the 4 women of the 4 sisters of Yingling?
I don't have the answers to this.
We got to get Jenna in here, Yingling, and talk to us about, is that considered woman?
She would be the right person to
She
talk
would be
to.
the right one. We're working on that.
We're gonna work. Yeah,
we got to
it's-
get her in.
It's
here.
in the feed.
It's
It's in the queue.
It's in it.
Sam, big plans for 2025. What do we want to do? Any
just-
resolutions? Do we go that route?
Are we traveling? Is there a ring in the future?
I guess you'll
What's
ask
going
Sean.
on?
Sean, if you're listening, I know you're watching.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
jeez.
Oh, yeah. Really? You
Put
went
him
there?
on the spot.
How do I answer that?
Oh my god.
I don't think you do.
But
Your
no.
time. Thank you very much.
And that's where we're
And I'll see you guys. Peace. Oh, you're here.
Bye.
There, I always do that for you.
Peace. Yep.
Take care.
PennsylvaniaBeer.com and Bison Beverage of Lewisburg presents Beer Time.
This podcast was produced by Stone State Entertainment.